Good morning, students. In the previous few sessions, you have studied about the compound angles. That is, when two or more angles A, B, C, D, etc. are given, when you combine them by adding or subtracting, like A plus B, B minus C, A plus B minus C, A minus B plus C, something like that, it's called as a compound angle. So we had learnt, we had without doing the any derivation, we had learnt about the formula for sin A plus B, cos A plus B, tan A plus B. Similarly, for the angle A minus B, we had learnt about the formula, and using the formula, we had worked out the problems. Now, in today's session, in the same chapter, I am teaching you about another type of angle which is called a multiple angle. Multiple angle means, see, the word multiple itself suggests, suppose you take an angle A. When you multiply this by an integer, it may be a positive or negative integer. That is, if you multiply by 2, it is 2a or 3a or 4a or minus 5a or minus 11a. That is, when an angle is multiplied by an integer, whatever angle is obtained, we call it as a multiple angle. Now, in this topic, I am going to teach you formulae for 2a and 3a, the multiple angle 2a as well as 3a, because any other angle, higher level, 4a, 6a, like that, it can be written using any one of them. Suppose 4a is given, you can write it as 2 into 2a. 6a is given, 2 into 3a. So, any other higher angle, see 2a, 3a, if you know the formula, any other angle, you can certainly, using these formula, you can find the formula for the other one. That is why there is no need to learn for all the angles. It is enough if you study about the trigonometric ratios of 2a as well as 3a, you can get the value of any angle whenever it is multiplied by any integer. Now, first one, see, these derivations are important, because in the previous topic, the compound angle, I had given you directly the formula, the compound angle formula. So, you can just remember them and work out the problem. Whereas, in this topic, the derivation of sin 2a, cos of 2a, tan of 2a, and after that, no, sin 3a, cos 3a, tan of 3a, they will be asked in the examination. 2a means it is a 2-mark question, for 3a it is a 3-mark question. So, you have to go through the derivation properly, understand each and every step. Then if it is asked for either 2 or 3-mark question, you will be in a position to answer them. Now, first I am taking the trigonometric ratios of 2a. Trigonometric ratios of 2a. Now, here again, we start with the compound angle formula. That is why we have taught you first that one, and because here the application of compound angle formula will be taken. Now, consider, or we know that you can write, consider sin of a plus b. Now, I have written only the angle 2a here. So, I am calculating now sin of 2a, cos of 2a, tan of 2a. The first three ratios I am considering. Now, we know the formula, sin of a plus b. What is that one? Sin a into cos b plus cos a into sin b. Here, a and b can take any value. We have taken them general angles here. A may be equal to B, A may not be equal to B, it can be an acute angle, obtuse angle, reflex angle, whatever may be the values of A and B, these formulae, whatever is studied in the earlier session, they hold good. Now, as a particular case, suppose B is equal to A. See, A and B can take any value. As a particular case, suppose B takes the same value as of A, that means B would be equal to A. Now, wherever B is there, substitute A there. That is, we have sin of A plus A. What is the right hand side? It is sin A into cos B becomes cos A. Similarly, write cos A as it is, sin B becomes sin A. So, completely wherever B is there, it is replaced by A. Now, what is A plus A? Now, this becomes 2A. So sine of 2a. Now observe here, sine a into cos a, one term, and again sine a into cos a. So the term is repeated. How many times? 2 times. Now this would become 2 times sine a into cos a, that is 1 plus 1 equal to 2. So this is the formula for sine of 2a, that is sine of 2a is equal to 2 times sine a into cos a. Usually it is given for a 2-mark question. So first you write the compound angle formula, write this one. So you will be getting 1 mark for this one. Afterwards replacing and finally writing the formula, you get the remaining 1 mark when it is asked for a 2-mark question. Now similarly we can prove the formula for cos of a plus b, cos of 2a as well as tan of 2a. Now let me consider the cos formula, that is cos of a plus b. So for all of them we start with the compound angle formula only, that is cos a into cos b. Here we are having a minus sign. I hope you remember this one. When plus is there, it would become minus. So cos of a plus b would be cos a into cos b minus sin a into sin b. Again the same condition. Though the formula holds good for all the values of a and b. As a particular case, let me put b is equal to a. So wherever b is there, you replace it by a. So what happens on the left hand side? It is cos of a plus a. Right hand side, it is cos a into cos a. That is b has been replaced by a. Similarly, sin a remains as it is and this also becomes sin a, because in the place of b I am writing a. Now a plus a, that would be equal to 2a. Now cos a into cos a, the term is repeated, therefore it is cos square a. Sin a into sin a, that would be sin square a. Now here this is the formula. Now the speciality about cos of 2a is, in the case of sin 2a, what's the formula you got? It is 2 times sin a into cos a you got. Whereas here cos of 2a we got one formula. There would be 2 more formula which can be obtained by this one. So let me start with this itself. See, in the examination, suppose they ask you, show that cos of 2a is equal to cos square a minus sin square a, you can stop at this stage. Okay. Now, suppose they ask you, there are 2 more results here. Both of them give the value cos of 2a in different ways. Okay. If any one of the other result is asked, no, then till then it is common. After that, no, you have to proceed depending upon what result has been asked in the problem. Now, here cos square a, both cosine term is also there and sin term is also there. Suppose I want to eliminate cos square a. How can you write it? You can write it as 1 minus sin square a. Suppose you want to eliminate sin square a. How do you write it? 1 minus cos square a. So when you replace this by sin square a, this result will be containing only sin ratio. Suppose you replace this by cos ratio, then it will be containing only cosine ratio. So either first one would be purely in terms of sine or purely in terms of cosine, or this here this contains both sine and cosine term. So any one of them could be expected. If this is the result that has been asked now, you can stop here. Then depending upon what has been asked, you have to proceed. Let me give a number for this one. Take it as say 1. Now here in 1 put cos square a as 1 minus sin square a. Then left hand side is same, no change in that one. So this would be in the first term, that is cos square a, you write it as 1 minus sin square a here. The other minus sin square a, write it as it is. So only the first term cos square a has been replaced. This minus sin square a, keep it as it is. Look here, sin square a, how many times it is repeated? It is repeated 2 times. So I can write the formula. It is cos of 2a can also be written as 1 minus 2 times sin square a. So this is the second formula for cos of 2a. So in this one, you observe both cos and sin terms are there. It is cos square A minus sin square A. Now in this one you observe we don't have any cos term at all on the right hand side. Its cos of 2A is purely expressed in terms of sin A. It is 1 minus 2 sin square A. Again in the same result 1, what I do is I replace sin square A by 1 minus cos square A. 1 minus cos square. Suppose I write, put sin square A equal to 1 minus cos square A. Now let me start with the left hand side as usual. Right hand side, first term is cos square A. Don't change that one. Keep it as it is. Now we are having a minus sign here. See in the previous step, cos square A was the first term. So directly wrote it as 1 minus sin square A. Whereas here, after cos square A, there is a negative sign. And sin square A is replaced by these two quantities. So always write inside the bracket. That is 1 minus cos square A. Why I have written is, when there is a positive sign, you could have written the terms without writing the brackets. When there is a negative sign, make it a habit to write the bracket. Otherwise what happens, only we are multiplying 1 by minus sign. We forget to multiply the second term, automatically it would be entirely different result. Okay, the terms may get cancelled, we will be getting a wrong result here. Now, not only here, wherever you come across minus sign, if there are more terms, always make it a habit to write the bracket so that you will be multiplying all the terms by the minus sign outside. Okay, now it is cos square A, write as it is, minus of 1, minus of minus plus cos square A. This is what I told you. Suppose you had not written bracket, you would have written it as minus cos square A. And cos square A, you would have cancelled. Answer would become minus 1, which is not a correct answer. Now, adding the two cosine terms say, what do you get? 1 cos square A plus another cos square A, it becomes 2 cos square A minus 1. Now this is the third expansion, third formula. So the first formula, cos square A minus a square A, both cos and sin are present. In the second formula, 1 minus 2 sin square A, it is purely in terms of sin function. Third one, 2 cos square A minus 1, it is purely in terms of the cos function. So, only for cos of 2A, we have got here 3 different formula depending upon what has been asked in the problem. Anyway, first result is always cos square A minus sin square A. If that itself is asked, no, you can stop at the stage. If any one of them is asked, no, either use this procedure or this procedure depending upon which has been asked in the problem. Now, here we move on to the next one, that is tan of 2A. You have to be careful here. Now let me consider, we know the compound angle formula for tan of A plus B. Here we are having a fraction on the right hand side, tan A plus tan B divided by 1 minus tan A into tan B. Tan A into tan B. The procedure is same. First we write, consider, or we know that tan of A plus B equal to this one. Now again replace B by A. Put B is equal to A. Therefore, on the left hand side we are having tan of A plus A. And right hand side it is tan A plus tan A divided by 1 minus tan A into tan A. Tan A into tan A. Now as usual, left hand side we are adding the terms tan of 2A and here tan A plus another tan A. So it is again 2 tan A divided by 1 minus, here we are multiplying tan A into tan A. This becomes tan square A. This becomes tan. So this is the formula for tan of 2A. So for sin of 2A we have 2 sin A into cos A. cos of 2a has got three different expansion. One is cos square a minus sin square a. The other one 1 minus 2 sin square a. Third one 2 cos square a minus 1. Only for cos of 2a we have got the three different formula. Any one of them can be used even in working out the problem. Suppose you want the result purely in terms of sine, then you can replace cos of 2a by 1 minus 2 sin square a. Suppose you want to have only cosine term, you can write it as 2 cos square a minus 1. Suppose you want to have both cos square a, cos and sine, use the first formula cos square a minus sin square a. So that's an advantage in the case of cos of 2a. Whereas for sin of 2a, tan of 2a, we have got only one formula. So these are the three ways. All of them you can expect it for a 2-mark question. So here sin 2a, cos of 2a and tan of 2a we have learnt about the derivation. Now apart from this one, I am going to work out as problem. It can be considered given for a 2-mark question as a problem, but there are also standard results. You have to know the derivation as well as the formula. Like these three formula, you have to by heart those two also, which I am going to work out now. Here you observe, let me write the formula which you have already derived. First one was sin of 2a. Here it is 2 times sin a into cos a. Now take to the second one, it is cos of 2a. Here let me write like this because it has got three different formula. It is cos square a minus sin square a, or 1 minus 2 sin square a, or 2 cos square a minus 1. And the third formula, it is tan of 2a is equal to 2 tan a divided by 1 minus tan square a. So these are the three formulae which we have derived just now. That is, you observe in the first formula, sin of 2a is expressed using both sin and cos ratios. It is sin of 2a is 2 times sin a into cos a. And whereas cos of 2a has been expressed in three different ways, and tan of 2a has got only one expansion. Now all of them, they can be expected for a 2-mark question. Now I am going to give you two more formulae. Again I am repeating, it can be given as a problem, prove that or show that like that, or wherever in any other problem you come across that one, you can use these results as formulae. So with these three, you have to by heart those two which I am going to prove now. That is, here what I do is sin of 2a and cos of 2a. Sin of 2a and cos of 2a, you observe here, we have both sin and cos. Here cos, sin, only sin and cos. Tan has been expressed only in terms of tan function. Now the new two formula is, one is sin 2a will be expressed purely in terms of tan a. Similarly, cos of 2a will also be expressed in terms of tan a. So that is the second set of formula to express sin 2a and cos of 2a in terms of tan of a. The formula being, for sin of 2a, it is 2 tan a divided by 1 plus tan square a. Be careful to by heart. Look there, tan of 2a is 2 tan a, numerator is same. The denominator was 1 minus tan square a. Here we are having 1 plus tan square a. Don't get confused. Carefully you have to by heart this formula. So sin 2a can also be expressed as 2 tan a over 1 plus tan square a. That is one expansion using sin and cosine. This is using the tan ratio. Similarly, cos of 2a can also be expressed using only tan function, that is 1 minus tan square a over 1 plus tan square a. This is the expansion of cos of 2a. So here, there we have used only for sin 2a only sin and cos. For cos of 2a, sin, cos both like that, and tan of 2a purely in terms of tan. So in these two formula, both sin 2a as well as cos of 2a can also be expressed using the tan function or the tan ratio. So that is our next problem. Even these two can be expected only for a 2-mark question. They ask you like this, show that or prove that sin of 2a is equal to 2 tan a divided by 1 plus tan square a. In the earlier sessions, whenever I had proved certain results, I had told you repeatedly, whenever you are proving certain result, most of the problems, maybe about 90% I can say, we start from the left hand side and arrive at the right hand side. That's the usual procedure we adopt. Sometimes no, we start from the right hand side, show that it is equal to the left hand side. In very rare problems, we simply, because it will be difficult to get from LHS to RHS or RHS to LHS. In that case, no, we simplify both left hand side, right hand side, arrive at a common result. Then we can show that the given problem, the LHS equal to RHS. In this one also, you can certainly start with the left hand side. Sin 2a can be written as 2 sin a cos a and try to get the right hand side. It will be little bit difficult. So, in this formula which I am going to prove, I start with the right hand side. What is the right hand side? It is 2 tan a divided by 1 plus tan square a. Now, what we have to prove? It is containing only tan ratio. Whereas, I have to get sin 2a. In other words, what is the formula for sin 2a? It is 2 sin a into cos a. So, starting from this one, I have to finally arrive at the result 2 sin a into cos a, which is automatically equal to sin of 2a. That means that this tan has to be eliminated, sin and cos, they should come into picture. We know from the basic definition, tan theta is equal to sin theta by cos theta. So what I do is, I replace in the numerator and in the denominator tan a by sin a by cos a. Okay. Denominator also, this one I am writing as 1 by 1. Tan square a, you can write it as sin square a by cos square a. There is another method. In the numerator, you can write this one. In the denominator, instead of writing this one, 1 plus tan square a, you can replace by secant square a also. See, that was the second identity you have learnt while learning about the basics of trigonometry. There are 3 identities, sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. 1 plus tan square theta is equal to secant square theta. Even that can be replaced. This can be replaced by secant square a and proceed. But here it is better. Why? Only sin and cosine, all of them would be in the formula. Easy for you to do the simplification. Now, keep the numerator as it is. It is 2 sin a divided by cos a. Write this line a little longer because we are taking the LCM for the denominator, cos square a. For 1 and cos square a is the LCM. So 1 cos square a times into the numerator, that would become cos square a. Similarly, that is sin square a. If you can do the cancellation directly, well and good. Or if you are getting confused, don't do the cancellation there. Now let us take, as you know, this is nothing but the denominator of the denominator. Where does it go? It goes to the numerator. So let me write that one. It is 2 sin a divided by cos a. Write the numerator. Instead of this division, write it as into. And this, where does it go? It goes to the numerator. So write it as cos square a divided by cos square a plus sin square a. Now you can clearly understand 1 cos of a can be cancelled here. Now what is remaining? We'll be having only 2 times sin a. 1 cos a I have cancelled. The other cos a is remaining. divided by, now let's see what is in the denominator. This has been cancelled, so we are having cos square A plus sin square A. Now again I am going to the identity, the first identity of trigonometry. What is cos square theta plus sin square theta? It is equal to 1 from the first identity. Now look at the numerator, 2 sin A into cos A. What is that one? The very first formula you studied in today's session. Sin 2A is nothing but 2 sin A cos A. So the numerator I can replace by sin of 2A and the denominator write it as 1 because it is the basic identity. So any number divided by 1 would be same thing. It is sin of 2A. We had started from the right hand side, so I am writing it as a left hand side. Now even this can be given for a 2-mark question. So this is the fourth formula. You are having sin of 2A. Sin of 2A is equal to 2 tan A divided by 1 plus tan square A. 1 plus tan square A. Similarly, let me prove the other part, that is, consider, this is what I have given you the formula already. Cos of 2A should be proved equal to 1 minus tan square A over 1 plus tan square A. Here also, again you observe the formula for cos of 2A. It contains either cos, both cos and sine in the first formula, purely sine in the second, purely cosine in the third formula. Anyway, that gives us an idea that this tan has to be eliminated. It should be either in terms of sine and cosine, sine or cosine or both. Okay? For that one, again we start from the right hand side. Now replace tan by sin A by cos A both in the numerator as well as in the denominator. Write this one as 1 by 1. Now tan square A, write it as sin square A by cos square A. Denominator also, write it as 1 by 1. Same thing here also, write it as sin square A by cos square A. Now don't cancel this cos square A as it is. We cannot do that one because we are seeing the numerator denominator. Don't do the cancellation. It is an expression. After taking LCM, you can do the cancellation. So here, both the numerator and denominator, you have to subtract here, you have to add. That means subtract the difference of two fractions, and here it is the sum of the two fractions. So what is a common procedure? We have to take the LCM. The LCM being cos square A, the numerator. So that becomes cos square A minus sin square A. Denominator also, the LCM being the same term, cos square A, whereas here it is cos square A plus sin square A. Be careful about the sin. See, in this case, you can do the cancellation because they are having the same power, same degree. Now let me write the remaining terms here. What are the remaining terms here? Cos square A minus sin square A. Denominator cos square A plus sin square A. Now look at the numerator and come to the second formula. What does the second formula say? Cos of 2A equal to cos square A minus sin square A. That is what I am having in the numerator. So I can replace it by cos of 2A. Denominator, again it is nothing but the first identity of trigonometry, sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. In the place of theta, I am having 1 A here. Therefore, sin square A plus cos square A, that would be 1. Hence, it is cos of 2A, which is nothing but the left hand side. So, let me take it as the fifth formula. Cos of 2A can also be written as 1 minus tan square A divided by 1 plus tan square A. So these are the 5 formulae. All these 5 can be expected for a 2-mark question. Any one of them can be asked. The first 3 we take them as formula, 4th fourth and fifth are also formulae, but sometimes they are given as problem also. But these results, wherever you want, you can use. If it is given in the form of left hand side, you can use the right hand side. Suppose it is given like this, you can write sin of 2a. Same thing will be applicable to all of them. All these formulae, any formula for that matter, whenever we derive any formula or we remember some formula, all the formulae, because they are equal to each other, anyone, if it is given in the left hand side form, you can use the right hand side, or you can go from right hand side to left hand side. All of them can be taken both ways. So these are the 5 formula which give us the values of sin 2a, cos of 2a, tan of 2a. In terms only sin, cos and only tan. Whereas the fourth and the fifth formula, they give sin of 2a and cos of 2a in terms of tan of a. Now, let me write all these formulae together. Let me see this one. Already I have written here. Now, come to the second formula. Cos of 2a. Cos of 2a, cos square a minus sin square a, you just leave it. Come to the second one, second formula. Cos of 2a, it can be written as 1 minus sin square a. That's the second formula. Okay. Now let me interchange the terms here. Take this term to the left hand side. Minus sign becomes a positive term here, and here 1 minus cos of 2a. The same formula. I have not changed the value of that one. I have written in another way. So you can remember this also. That is 2 sin square a can be written as 1 minus cos of 2a. Now here, or if you have come across an expression where 1 minus cos 2a is there, you can write it as 2 sin square a. Or these 2 can be taken to the denominator of the right hand side. So sin square a can be expressed as 1 minus cos of 2a divided by 2. Or if you write 2 sin square a, it could be written 1 minus cos 2a. Or if 1 minus cos 2a is there, you can write it as 2 sin square a. So this is another way of writing. Here you observe we are having power. Here you observe we are having the multiple angle. So this power of this sin square a could be expressed in terms of the multiple angle. Similarly, we have for cos of 2a another formula. It is 2 cos square a minus 1. Take this minus 1 to the left hand side. What we will have in that case? It becomes a plus. 1 plus cos of 2a is equal to 2 cos square a. You observe here again, we are having a power here. We are having a multiple angle. So sin square a was written as 1 minus cos of 2a, and cos square a has been written as 1 plus cos of 2a. So this, both of them, the same formula has been written in 2 different ways, because sometimes in problem we come across these 2. So suppose you want to express the power in terms of multiple angle. If cos square a is there, it becomes 1 plus. Sin square a is there, it becomes 1 minus cos of 2a. So the same formula could also be expressed in 2 different ways. The formula is same, expression is in different ways, so that whenever you want to convert either this to that or here to here, if you come across 1 plus cos 2a, you can write the power of cos. If you have 1 minus cos 2a, you can write power of sin. Or if it is given like this, you can express it as 1 plus cos 2a. In this case, it is 1 minus cos of 2a. So this is another way of expressing the same formula, which will help us to solve the problem rather easily. If you could remember all these different ways of expressing the same thing, it will be easy for you to solve the problem. For that reason, we have to by heart all these formulae. So together is these five. I am considering the other 2 also. Like for example, sixth one would be, it is 2 cos square a can be written as 1 plus cos of 2a. The seventh one, you take it as 2 sin square a can be written as 1 minus cos of 2a. So with those 5, for derivation purpose, you will be getting any one of them. These 2, only the rearrangement of the formula of cos of 2a. So whenever we come across such expression in the problem, if you remember these results, it would be easy for you to solve the problem. Now, another information. Here, when I started this topic, I told you we are going to derive formula only for 2a and 3a. 2a I have derived now, 3a I will take up in the next session. So, 2a I have derived. You observe all these formulae, all the 5 formulae. The left hand side we are having 2a and right hand side a. A means it is half of that one, isn't it? 2a, half of that is a. Same thing here, 2a, it is 1a, 1a. 2a, it is 1a. 2a, it is 1a. Same thing here also. Now, similarly, here sine of 2a, again, the right hand side contains half of the angle. Why we are not deriving the formula for 5a, 6a, 7a, 8a, 100a is unnecessary, because when you know the formula for 2a, suppose I am given you sine of 4a. Suppose I give you and ask you to find out sine of 4a. Now, when 2a is there, half of that is 1a. When 4a is there, half of that means it becomes 2a. So, how do you write this? Or for your convenience, you can write like this also, 2 into 2a. You need, without writing that also, you can write the answer, 2 into 2a. Go to the formula, first formula. What does it say? If 2a is there, 2 is common here, sin a cos a, half of that one. So, I can write it as 2 times sin 2a into cos of 2a. Isn't it? Suppose I am having here, let me consider sin of 6a. Suppose I am having sin of 6a. How do you write this one? You can write it as sin of 2 into 3a. You can write it, isn't it? So, using that formula, sin 2a, in the place of a, I am having 3a. This is another angle, in the place of a I am having. So, applying the same formula, first 2 comes here. Sin of a, in the place of a, it is 3a. Therefore, I can write sin of 3a, same thing for cos of function, cos of 3a. So, whatever may be the angle here, you can write it as, if it is an even number, if it is an even number, we can write it as 2 into that angle, 6a, 2 into 3, 8a, 2 into 4, 100a, 2 into 50, 200a, 2 into 100, like that. Anything, any even number, I mean, when I come to odd number, I will take up in the next session. When it is an even number, you can express this as 2 into some angle. Then directly those formula can be applied. Similarly, for the other one also. Suppose I am having cos of 4a. How could you write that one? You can write it as cos of 2 into 2a. That means I can write it in 3 different ways. First one, what does it say? When 2a was there, half of that angle. That means cos square a I had. In the place of a, what I am having now? 2a. So, it is cos square 2a minus sin square 2a. Next one, 1 minus 2 times sin square 2a. Third one, it is 2 times cos square 2a minus 1. So, whatever may be the value. Suppose it is 6a I am having. 2 into 3a. So, wherever 2a is there, it will be replaced by 3a. Suppose I am having 50a, 50. So, 2 into 25a. So, here cos square 25a, sin square 25a. 1 minus 2, sin square 25a. 2 cos square 25a minus 1. Like that, any even number, you can write it as 2 into that number, and using the formula, it is applicable for tan of 2a also, even for this also. Even here also you can use the same procedure. Suppose I am having sin of 4a, you can write 2 tan 2a over 1 plus tan square 2a. Suppose I am having cos of 10a, let us assume it is what is half of that one? 5a. So, 1 minus tan square 5a over 1 plus tan square 5a. Whatever angle is present on the left hand side, suppose it is an even number, you can write it as 2 into some other number. Then using the formula, wherever a on the right hand side is, it can be replaced by the next number, whatever has been given in the problem. So, we need not to learn for all the multiple angles. if you learn only for 2a and 3a, any other multiple angle could be expressed using this one. So in today's session, we have learnt only the derivation of the formula trigonometric function of sine of 2a, cos of 2a, tan of 2a, and we have expressed both sine 2a and cos of 2a in terms of tan, and also we can express sine square and cos square, the powers of sine and cosine, in terms of the multiple angle cos of 2a. So in the next session, I am going to teach you about the trigonometric ratios of sine of 3a, cos of 3a and tan of 3a. There we will not be having so many formula, because each one is expressed only in one way. Sin 3a would be purely in terms of sine, cos 3a would be purely in terms of cosine, and tan of 3a would be only in terms of tan. That would be given for a 3-mark question. We will take up that in the next session. Thank you.